Omnichannel diagnostic service provider Redcliffe Labs has raised $42 million in a Series C funding round. The round was led by Denmark-based investment firm IFU, which contributed $20 million. Existing investor Leapfrog added $15 million, while the remaining capital came from shareholders HealthQuad and Spark Growth Ventures. Now, the fresh capital will fuel Redcliffe's expansion plans. Joining me now to discuss this further is Aditya Kondoy, the co-founder and CEO of Redcliffe Labs. Aditya, thank you so much for taking time out and, coming on the show here with us. First up, omnichannel diagnostics, that's what you do. You're a service provider, and you compete with the likes of 1mg, Dr. Lal PathLabs, ThyroCare, etc., right? So if you could take us through how you're different from your competitors and how are you democratizing the access to quality diagnostics across the country?
Thanks for having me, first of all. And it's a great moment for us to celebrate that we got the next round of funding. But at the same time, I think it's a big responsibility on our shoulders to have even more shareholders and getting them on board. So I think, first of all, how are we different? I think a spot on question. We see many diagnostics players, and as you mentioned some names, there are many more. So for us, we are a purpose-led setup. So what it means is we just are not working for commercial outcomes. We are a profit with purpose company, and we are backed by like-minded investors. Leapfrog as well as IFU both invest in ventures who do work which is impactful, and especially in developing country. And here we are dealing with a problem which people like me and you in the normal life don't even discuss. There are 2/3 deaths happening in India which are completely attributable to NCDs, which are diseases like, in simple language, diabetes, thyroid, heart, cardiovascular, etc. Now, if they are timely diagnosed, all these 2/3 deaths can be prevented. So we're talking this quantum. I think with this vision of providing every Indian the right to quality diagnostics, we got launched, and hence in our tenets, it is very much visible in our pricing, in our theme of providing accessibility and going into tier 2 and 3 regions, underserved regions, opening labs, which might not at the very first moment make commercial sense. But over time, we know that we are doing the right thing. We are going at the doorstep of individuals who really need us. And right now, they're not aware. So we are working on the awareness theme. And then the accuracy. So there are so many labs, I think, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of investment which is required when it comes to maintaining that last mile accuracy in the labs. So we invest in NABL accreditations. We have more than 50% of our labs which are NABL.
Absolutely, Aditya. So like you said, it's profit with a purpose, and that's seen even in your pricing and also the end results. But if you could quickly tell us, because we're running out of time, you've raised this $42 million and you primarily plan to use it to open up more labs and collection centers, as well as for expansion in tier 2 and 3 cities, right? Can you elaborate on this in 30 seconds?
Yes, so we have more than 50% of our labs right now in tier 2 and 3, and we want to put 100 more labs in the next 3 years. And largely, this growth will come where we put more labs in the tier 2 and 3 regions because we're already present in the metro and tier 1. Secondly, we are also looking to partner with like-minded entrepreneurs who are radiologists and pathologists who are regional chains. And we basically want to partner and grow these regional chains as well. And all these labs will be fed by collection centers because that's still the traditional way of consuming diagnostics, which is very important when we go in the hinterland and serve people out there.
Right. So you're looking at partnerships as well. So I want to come to that because you've made a few acquisitions. But before we get there, in FY23, Redcliffe Labs saw a revenue of about 347 crore rupees, while incurring a loss of also about 345 crore rupees, right? So where do you hope to end this year, and what's the path to profitability looking like?
So, as you know, I think every venture, when it starts with an investment towards growth. And that growth is marketing, brand building, setting up these labs, which comes at a cost. And while I think this was a very planned way of going ahead and putting these 80 labs and growing in the last 3 years from 1 lab to 80 plus labs today, and hence incurring this cost. So we are not, I think the idea is that with this, we're going to target even more growth in the coming years. And we think that we should be in a very near time. FY25 is a year where we'll find ourselves breaking even on a monthly basis. And FY26 onwards, we believe that will be a profitable setup as well.
Okay, so profitable by then. But if you could quickly tell us, you just recently acquired Celera Diagnostics, right, which is a Bangalore-based company. What is the inorganic growth plan? You have about 20 seconds, so if you could quickly tell us, who else are you in talks with?
So Celera has been, a regional brand built over many years by a celebrated doctor radiologist, Dr. Radish, and we believe in partnering with the regional brand to further the growth in special regions where we are still yet to really take a leap growth. Second is we are in talks with many other players who are regional brands built over decades, and we want to partner with these entrepreneurs to help them further growth in the regions.
Right. So more acquisitions in the pipeline, so we can expect more announcements. All right, Aditya, thank you so much for taking time out and being here on the show with us. And we wish you all the best on this journey going forward.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Really.
On